In this video, I'm going to be demonstrating how to build a wireless power transmitter. So what you'll need for this experiment is 30 gauge magnet wire, a AA battery, a 2N222 transistor, an LED light bulb, and a 1K resistor. So what we're going to do first is take the magnet wire and take a bottle that's about 2 inches in diameter here, and you're going to spin it around 20 times, make a center tap, and then spin it around 20 more times to make a coil. And you gotta make the center tap, so just take it out a little bit, put a bend in it, and hold it back down. And then spin it around 20 more times. And then cut it off at the end. One thing to make this easier is to make a few knots in the coil, so that way it stays in place. So go ahead and just wrap it around once or twice to make a knot. Now what you're going to want to do if you want the experiment to work is to scrape off this enamel coating that's around the outside, because it will prevent it from being able to touch the other parts and transfer the power. So what we're going to do is just take some scissors and just scrape off this red coating on all the attachments. So what we're going to do now is attach all the components to our first coil. So what we're going to need to do is attach the resistor to the base of the transistor. After we do that, we'll attach one side of the coil to the resistor and attach the other far side of the coil to the collector of the transistor. And then we're going to take the negative end of the battery and attach it to the emitter, and the positive end of the battery to the center tap of the first coil. So when you have it all set up, it should look something like this. The transistor should be base, resistor, and then one end of the coil. The emitter should be the negative wire. The collector should be the other end of the coil, and then the center tap should be connected to the positive end of the battery. And now we're going to make the other coil, which sends the signal to the light bulb, and we're going to coil up the magnet wire one more time, and this time we're just going to do 25 loops. And then just like with the other one, make sure you put the knots in your coil so it stays in place. So 1 or 2 should be okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and take the coating off this one just like we did with the other one. So what's happening here is that the battery is sending a current through the first coil, and then when it hits the transistor, what it does is it takes this current and flips it thousands of times per second, which keeps it circulating in this coil. And what that does is it creates a magnetic field which grows and collapses thousands of times per second. So when you bring this coil closer, it induces a current in this one, which powers the LED light bulb. And then the resistor is just to keep the transistor from experiencing too much voltage. So now we should have the first coil and the second coil built. So now go ahead and pop the battery in. And now when you bring this coil closer to this one, the light bulb should light up without any physical contact. So let's see. And the LED does light up. When you go further away, it turns off, and the closer you get, the more intense the light gets. If for whatever reason your experiment isn't working, make sure you have the attachments on there very well and all the wires are connected to the battery. And then also make sure you scrape off the enamel coating because that will prevent it from connecting to the rest of the circuit.